Morning. Well, morning from Texas. It's morning while I'm recording this. Anyway, we had some storms last night, and it was pouring rain. We call them toad stranglers or turd floaters. Anyway, checking the property, make sure everything's okay, and making a cruise over to Pawpaw's. Look at that fence. Isn't that nice? Yeah. We sealed that baby luckily a couple of days ago, or that could have been bad. Anyway, said we're making a cruise over here a couple streets over and check on the plumbers, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Really was wanting to go to the range today, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Anyway, life happens. Anyway, how y'all doing through this pandemic, or whatever you want to call it? I purposely took off. The company is working at a reduced group, but I decided I'd stay home, load ammo, just having fun. Anyway, we'll go over and check on these guys, and we'll click back on here in a second. Okay, we're prepping some more 300 Blackout brass. Again, we're sorting them by length. Kind of what happens when you buy them in bulk. They're kind of close, but not necessarily close. At least not as close as I want them. So that's going to be the next batch right there. Those are all within 1,000th, and that's what I like. So anyhow, that's going to be the next batch that's going to get prepped and ready to load. Okay, on the video stuff we got going today, we're going to show you how to get from these 55 pieces of about as close to perfect as I can get 300 Blackout brass, primed, ready to load, to these. That's 245 grains of very hard lead, approximately 1,050 feet a second. We'll have to see. I've got a couple of different charges. In the past, I had been loading some of them, and the speed wasn't fast enough. These guys, let's see if I can get my finger in here. These guys here are 220, I'm sorry, yeah, 220 Remington boat tail hollow points, which I rarely shoot because they're really expensive. And this is the load I have been shooting. And we're just going to shoot a couple of those. I might end up just pulling those bullets and go to this load if this is what it is. And we're dealing with fractions of a grain, but when you're dealing with a short barrel and a suppressor, then things, or a can, some of you guys, it changes. Not only point of impact, but it also puts a lot of that gas right back into the gun, so it gets really nasty. Anyway, and while we're at the range, we're also going to go ahead and this is a 180 grain bullet from Quality Cast Bullets, I believe. These are gas checked 180s in 308. Those again, I was shooting those 245s, and I guess I wasn't kicking them up fast enough, and they tended to yaw or tumble at 50 yards. Not a good thing. Anyway, yes, I did order these in red and green for Christmas colors, but as most of you people that do know me, I really like red. But anyway, wanted to mix it up. So those guys are going to go with us to the range. I also have, and I'm going to cover up the charge weight there so we don't get in trouble. So these are some more of the 308s and 245, but I stepped up the powder in them. Yeah, the quiet ones are for the little 22 suppressor. Anyway, hopefully here in a day or so we can get to the range. It really rained pretty hard last night in volume wise, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a swamp at the range. So we'll just load up the rubber boots and go for it. Anyway, Hope y'all are being safe. And thank you to all our first responders, especially our military here and overseas. We really appreciate you guys for allowing us to be able to do this and not worry about our freedoms. And more importantly, we can go to the range here in Texas and not have to worry about it. See ya.